What's up, Belb? What's up, Holy Blade? Thanks for the resubscription. 39 months.
And I am back.
I am back. He said I'm back, not I am back. This lady needs a recheck. But damn, people growing up. Belb's gonna be going to college soon too. All the people growing up, getting older. Brutal, man. Almost 5 years. That's what I was saying. Emerson, well, we can't even track yours because I know you unfollowed. And he might have got banned, so I don't know if that affected, but I want to say I've probably been streaming for 5 years, so I've known a lot of you guys, at least 4. But insane, dude. But we do have some good action for you today. I'm streaming this $600 crew battle event. I got one of the top teams. I don't know, whoever watches RLCS, you might know a name Life. Drew Devo. So we got a few of those matches. I got a dual monitor. Hell yeah, it makes things a lot easier. Alright, we don't have the brackets yet. Hopefully that fixes. Hey, Carla, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, they're on a team. They're playing obviously, I got tasked with this higher up team, which I'm following the upper bracket. They're playing like the very first match. So yeah, you can follow them on M stream. I'm feeling kind of better, but at the same time, I got a bunch of canker sores, and they are fucking annoying, and makes it hard to even eat anything on that regard. So I still kind of got a headache. So we're working through it. Holy Blade got on Rocket League 20 minutes ago. What's up, Falcon? Sorry, missed your chat. I guess we could have both chats up for now. Remind me to take it off the main for display. Last day of work tomorrow, then I get ready to leave for college. Oh, snap. Alright, where are we? This game's still going on? Alright. We gotta make sure we're tuned into the match. They don't play without us. I'm doing pretty good, Callan. How you doing over on YouTube? We got a big event we're casting. So, we're gonna be here for a while. There's at least 78. And a couple of, like, rank... I don't know if you know Six Man's rank. But a couple of rank X. So, pretty fucking high up there, man. Rank X. So a couple of S. There's a little more X, but S top tier. The other team, G7 Thrillers, they have Wavy. You probably know Wavy. I don't think the bracket is working right now for this. Yeah, rip. You know what I could do? Let's get the bracket. Nightbot. Alright, so we did that command. I'll give you a quick showing. Oh, it's not AFK, ignore that. Alright, so here we are. We're waiting on mustard hot dogs. We're gonna follow this until there. They should win. It shouldn't be an issue, but we're gonna follow whatever games go through here, and then that's day 1. But then we'll go down to 5 down here. But some DQs. We don't know how this is going. Spartan immigrants. Oh no, the 3 gays DQ'd. Imagine. Yeah, fucking wild name, man. They got some weird names for sure. Like Weenie Hut Juniors, Bunny Girl Senpai. You could see that over on this stream. Purposely chose it because of the names. I am not hosting it. Sporty and CPL are hosting, but I was invited to cast. I can't cast the other days. I'll be most likely busy Saturday and Sunday, but day 1 I'm casting, and we're following Prime DDOP for most of it, and that has Life, Drew, and Devo. So a very good team. But day 1 is kind of like, you know, you're not gonna see like too much craziness go on. It's gonna be the top teams go through because you got 3 days of this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's about time I cast that high level again. I mean, you got Wavy on another team, you got Forky on Aura Bros, I think, Nightya on, he's not actually on that team. So yeah. Who do we think is gonna win? The Puppeteers, probably? Maybe? I have to test this overlay though real quick. I gotta make sure Brawl is working. It is. Alright, we're chilling. Alright. yeah, so we're chilling. What you guys up to over there in chat? I should get more liquid. I'm gonna do that actually. So I'm gonna need a lot more to drink. All right, I am back. Got some liquid. What's up, Fran? How's it going? Sorry, I was getting a drink. I'm gonna be here for a while, so might as well stock up. We got quite a few matches. This game is still going on. Crazy. I'm trying to add this to make it easier to switch. Alright, that should be done. So we could switch back and forth. Bro, it's the only game that has... Holy crap, what's going on over there? A lot of these are DQs though. Damn, Spartan Immigrants still going on. Alright, what was I going to check? Let me update this. So yeah, anybody tuning in, we are casting in this $600 Paradise Cup 3v3 crew battle. We are just waiting to be underway, and we're gonna be mostly following Prime DDOP, which they have the players Life, Drew, and Devo.
From 24/7 to pretending like I never met you. No, it's all for the best, cause I know we're a mess every time we're together. Going out of my mind, and I wish I could lie, tell you that it gets better. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem
Do we check in on Emerson? How's he doing? Damn, hit with an ad. Oh, close. Oh no, everyone deleted. Yeah, we're still waiting for our match. Round 1 hasn't completed. See how Yoko's doing. Wait. I guess our bros don't have 4 key. Beastie mode. How many games I gotta cast? Let's go to the bracket real quick. So I got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're all best of 5. I'm cooked. Yeah, I just saw. We went to your stream. It's a tough tourney, man. It's very tough. Yeah, it goes a little lower. I want to say lowers the first few rounds is best of 3. Do they have it posted? Yeah, lowers round 1 and 2 are best of 3. All others are best of 5. Bro, I got the only match that's still going on. Come on. No, fuck. I should have took a pill. Steve off this headache. Alright, guys. Watch this. Oh, we got one on the board. Watch this closely. Ping me if it's about to be happening. We're doing Prime D-Dub. Alright, I guess it didn't happen yet. Two to one. Took me the whole time to figure out what I was supposed to be watching, bro. You see my name right here? That means I'm casting these matches. We have to wait for this to conclude, and then the chat opens up in this. Uh-oh. Immigrants might get a forfeit. What the hell kind of name is that, bro? Where even is that? They DQ'd. They should be... Admin should DQ on that lower. Junius. Yeah, there's a lot of wild names for sure. I'm really sad about the 3 gays. They didn't even show up. I'm surprised there's not a Gooner squad or something here. But I gotta say, Bell, leaving a stream on overnight has been helping for the hours. I'm gonna have to do what's necessary. I might start giving people like 25 cents if they just lurk overnight. I gotta make a roll for it. I'm up to 1,100. So I got 100 in the last couple days. Just gonna have to leave it overnight. It's been doing it. It's straining, but and also if I get a bunch of people to lurk overnight, could make it work. So yeah, I might make a roll for it. Okay, yeah, let me know. That would be nice, because then you could just leave it lurking. If you have, like, I don't know, not everyone can leave it lurking overnight, but if anybody can, then that would help a lot. Alright, I didn't get pinged about anything, right? Alright, there we go. It's time. I was correct. Happy tears. Yeah, definitely got to do it before February. 8,000, that's brutal. So the grind just got a whole lot grindier. Thought it was a grind, now it's really a grind. It goes back 365 days, so if we're in February, it will go back a whole year. So anything posted within that year. So any videos prior to that won't count. So as it moves along, some older ones are gonna get eliminated. But I only really started going hard like the last couple months, so most of my videos, that's where my hours are from anyways. Once you get it, you're good to go. Like, just because they changed the restrictions doesn't matter if you've already accomplished it. Which is definitely why we want to do it before February. Although, supposedly they're changing the requirements because of all the AI. Like, people have just been posting AI stuff and getting tons of views. And so, I guess that leads them to increase the requirement. Zevian, how's it going? How you doing tonight? Currently, we're just waiting on this. On the one from the tournament, we'll be streaming. What do you mean? From this tournament? Oh, you are? Sweet. I didn't even, what's your name on here? Or are you just a streamer? Are you a player or streamer? Okay, Ian. Cool. Bro. Why'd you write bro? Chat leaks. Yeah, if they check in, be said. I don't know. I don't know. I think they have 4 minutes. Damn, you might get an upset dub. That's cool that you're popping in though. Appreciate it. It is funny, small world. You already have us followed, but how was your previous match? It was perfect. You can chat with us while we're waiting. You said you're streaming right now too, Zevian? Or you said the one I'm streaming? Sorry, I'm trying to clarify here. What do I need to do to play the game? I don't speak Spanish. And I don't understand much. What do you speak? What's your main language? Or did you mean I don't speak English? Got got it. Okay. Devo's here. Alright. Don't forget to check in. Why did it just disappear? Alright. Alright. We're ready. Alright. I got you. Alright, we have to remove that. We don't want to show. Does it have? Oh, I guess I'm creating. Alright. Alright. Alright, so I put the name and password in. Just put that name and password. Because I guess when you create it, there's no match automated info. Alright, so I believe we're good. We just need the Puppeteers to join. So Zvan, just put what I followed with the name, put it on the top. What I followed with the password, put it on the bottom. Those 2 words. All right. They're eager to go. They've been waiting for a while. And so it is a best of 5 crew battle event. So if you're new to crew battle, it is 3v3, and then the loser chooses 2v2 or 1v1, and then whoever doesn't play, they'll play in game 4 if there is a game 4, because game 3 is another 3v3. So that is the format, and Devo starts us off. the first goal of our streaming tournament. And Prime D-Dop, that has Life Devo, what you're just seeing right now, almost get a double. A little bit of warm-up period, as you can expect. But Drew as well. And expect plenty of clips coming through as they warm up into their first match. It is round 2, but they had a bye. And Drew can't move forward. Max trying to get a touch there. But Life really might just own goal all the way. And you gotta expect this. But these are high level players that you get to see here as they hit the crossbar. Yeah, about that. But packet loss, latency. I hope players aren't affected. And we are on USU, so that would have been a big fail. Life almost has another. Now Devo gonna do a similar thing, but Zevian, nice clear for a moment. We got to shout out Zevian for popping in the chat. Life gonna be credited with that goal, and they're up by 2. But I guess, yeah, we'll remove the chat a little bit here. I know that's blocking up a bit of the way. As you get that full screen effect. And Zevian trying to move forward, cut off by Life. It's up quick. Moving it in front of net. And tactical whiff, and they're low on boost. They're trying to get one on the board. Life has a whole net to work with, except Zevian. It's been pretty good on defense. It's there again. And Devo tactically blocking his teammate. But we might see a passing play as they're fighting for it. And they just can't get the Psycho going. But still up by 2. And still effectively keeping it away. But let's drop down to Drew. And I'm definitely hunting 2 of them. Can the Papatuyers score? That is the question. And head off to the side. It's Julio. Has a moment in time. But massive demo fest. Zevian by 1. Almost on target, but Drew just in time. And high bouncer. Life. They've been trying all game for a Psycho. Just it's easier said than done. Although that is a nice play from Life. Although no resistance, gets that ceiling, extra touch. So yeah, with crew battles, best of 5 in the upper round, and game 1, it's 3v3. Game 2 will be 2v2 or a 1v1, depending on what they choose. We did have a disconnect, I think. Hopefully they're coming back. Maybe. All right. Who's life? Bubble teams, but definitely up there. Okay. Bro. Alrighty then. What's up, Ignited Soul? Thank you so much for the follow. Dad of Life. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't mind this awkwardness. I think the other team like just wanted to play one. They quit. Maybe they didn't understand. I will have to ask. Yeah, so I'm just writing a message because I want them to advance, but I don't know technically if it's like a 10-minute, and I don't want them to have to wait. They already waited plenty of time. Family support, sorry for the delay. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I mean, I think, yeah, they should just win. At this point, the other team is not coming back. Yeah, if it was up to me, for sure. 2v1. Like, when the whole team leaves, yeah, that's GG's. I am not joining them. They're already mad at me. They're already mad at me for not being an admin. Oh no, I'm streaming next. Rip. Alright. That's gonna be awkward. Yeah, it is what it is. But I get it, because like everybody's been waiting around, then they finally play after like an hour, and then actually I need a alright, we have to set up the next one. Bro, is that gonna go through? Alright. Alright, so it is now gonna be against 7 and friends. And friend. It won't let me put the S. Alright, we're going back to Manfield night. But this is what you expect. Day 1, it's gonna be chucked. Alright, so name is good. Alright, so we'll take a look at the bracket real quick. So yeah, that was very strange. I said best of 5 when we started. They lost game 1 and then they just left. So yeah. I think they just left. They're just like, screw this. I think the demos I think the demos were too much. Because they played a best of 5 previously. They had to know. Alright, how we looking on stream? It looks good. Alright. So we're into the next one. Hopefully 7 and friends join. It'll be really chalked if they just never join, then we have to figure out what the timer is. Although there is a timer in the chat. But feels bad. We didn't get a full match. We didn't see their full potential. Sorry, bud. Although, you might actually have full matches. Our first one, the other team left after game 1. Loss. Interesting. But we are casting and streaming Life, Drew, and Devo. So tough decision there. I'm sorry. Although, if you make it to lower 5, although I think they already put me. They already put me in the top. But you're in round 3. They're making it through. I think yours is a best of 5 now, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me. Alright. I got word the other team is joining, so we might actually have a match on our hands. Alright. Yeah, they're antsy. Like I said, they're probably waiting like at least an hour. And I was so distracted I forgot or didn't see. He really said the family of Life. We got dad, mom, Life RL6. So gotta love that. The family all comes in to support. Alright. So we might actually get into a crew battle. So after game 1, which is a 3v3, then we could venture into a 2v2 or a 1v1, depending on what the loser picks. And we didn't even get to see that. We just saw one best of one, really. His brother is watching here, and the grandparents usually jump in. So yeah, that is so awesome and cool to know for Life family. And if you're not aware of Life, definitely high up there in skill and a lot of tourneys, especially RLCS. So I imagine the whole family comes out to support. So that's a beautiful thing to have. We are still game 1. Drew almost pops it down. Now Life, man, we were just speaking of. Magnus forward. Sven actually has the first goal. So Sven, and I do have to update that actually. It's supposed to be Sven and friends. It just cut it off. Alright. We have to add the S for added measure. Although, did we spit? No, we spelled that right. Whew. And as we come back, Drew gets them on the board. They're a little bit sluggish, but I mean, they didn't get much of a warm-up. They had a team leave early, and they were kind of messing around. But get their first goal on the board, and now the magic can happen. Life 50 to the other side. Evo can't continue on, but plenty of space. Drew to follow, and 2 players going up. Now Drew waiting for the time to turn around. Sven, good control, gets a bump as well, and Magnus on the board, and Sven and friends surprising out here as they have a 2-goal lead. Now Sven, it's gonna be cut off, and now Life has a 1v1 opportunity, almost by Magnus. Plays good defense, but a shot, and Sven there for the save. They are being tested. They are holding up fairly well, but Devo, that extra touch, and that is the kind of pressure you expect to see from this blue team prime D-Dop. Life almost sneaks one through, and now only a 1-score difference. Well, we're close to halftime. Volta's able to follow with a lead blocker. They're playing 3s for the game 1, and then the loser chooses 2s or 1s. It's their choice. And then they play 3s for game 3. And if it continues further than that, whoever didn't play in the game 2 decision plays in the game 4. So shows how. Oh, okay, my bad. Thank you. That was from the previous game. Sorry. No. I appreciate you saying. Ignore this low tier streamer over here. What the hell, chat? I expected better out of you, making me look like a fool. Hey, there's more lifers out on alert. They need the support. What the? We almost saw the craziest goal possibly ever. A car upside down on top of another car, potentially scoring. I think that would have been the ultimate clip. Almost here. But yeah, once again, we of course are going to shout out the Life family because they're supporting, following, and supporting Life, of course. So we love to see that. Good vibes. Definitely promote good vibes. But yeah, what was that? We almost had a crazy clip. I don't think I've ever seen that in Rocket League, and I've been streaming, casting way too long. But that's a 2-goal lead, and Seven and friends, they are really pulling up to the task. Game 1. But that's the interesting thing about crew battles. You got the 2v2s, the 1v1s. Definitely makes things interesting. It's not solely 3v3s, so even if you have a bad 3v3, you can really turn it around. A touch midfield, Life trying to pass it forward to Devo, and Devo attacking. Drew is waiting. There almost was a chance for a fake, but 35 seconds left. We might see an upset game 1. Nice pass back and forth, and that's gonna be off the mark. And Devo, why not go for it? 15 seconds left. And really looking like game 2. We'll have an option from Prime D-Dop on what they want to do. So yeah, anybody new to this, there's no substitutions. Whoever you play with game 1, that's who you do. Okay. Alright, so 2v2, and then whoever doesn't play in this 2v2, if we have a game 4, we'll play in game 4. So game 4 will be a 1v1. Let's just change the map real quick for aesthetic. But these boys know the drill. Nothing new. They know how it works. All right. Here are your options. Devo and Life against Seven and Magnus. That is the 2v2 that is selected. So we get to see all modes played in this series. Maybe. So maybe if Prime D-Dop get at least a game. I just got pinged. Hold on. All right. This one's still going. I don't want to make them do a forfeit on this one. They're asking, but Life, what a goal. And now 2v2, different animal, a lot more time given to these players where they can excel. And there's Life trying to stay with it. But Devo to the midfield, and so many flip resets we just saw in this last 30 seconds. Life, you see him maneuvering, almost doing a power slide into a bounce. But tactical fake on the challenge. Life has a nice touch to the side to delay that attack. Devo passing to Life, who's pre-jumping, and it almost ended with just the slightest of touches. Another pre-jump. They're trying for a clip for sure. But once again, we'll tell you guys, this is only day one of the tournament. There are 3 days, so plenty of competition, plenty of Rocket League. And this is only scratching the surface. Nice save, Devo. Back in time. Might have a pop. He does, but that's get bounced off. And we are at halftime. 2-goal lead in favor of Prime D-Dop. And Life, enough of a touch. He gets back just enough boost. Almost gave it away on possession. But Devo is going to bring it midfield. And ability to stay behind the ball, so key. As you can see, these players able to do so. And Magnus, what a nice goal from Magnus. Goes up to the ceiling, gets that extra flip, and waits for the defender to attack to use it. And that's the beauty of those ceiling flips. Evo, strong touch, and Life is there to follow, and they quickly get it back. And just because you don't have a shot on target doesn't mean you can't make the defense awkward. That Life, it's gonna get boost, and what a touch, moving it forward on a seemingly dead spot. Life a little bit awkward, had to adjust, didn't expect a shot to come through so quickly. Life stealing that boost. Now he's got plenty of time to work here. Magnus able to get the challenge. And that one's going to drop down. Magnus, let's flick it away. And Life deleted, but Seven not quite ready to put a shot on. And plenty of time ticking away as these players battle back and forth. And that's going to drop through. I see the demo come out. Long goal. And Prime D-Dop have a nice response game 2 in this one, Forbidden Temple. And so let me remind you guys, if they win, which they really seem like they will, 4-1 under a minute, we will go back to 3v3. And so Prime D-Dop get a chance. What a save as Devo. Didn't even let me finish, but just half in, half out, bouncing out. But yeah, game 3, we will return to a game, or a best of, I don't even know. Magnus puts it on. We had to wait for a second, but yeah, game 3 will be a 3v3, and Prime D-Dop will get a chance at revenge from that game 1 loss of 3v3. But 2-goal lead and a little life from Seven and Friends. They cut the lead by 2. Not impossible, but unlikely. And more time ticking away. They need a quick goal. Can they get it? That's bouncing off to the side. Magnus. It's gonna be denied, and we will say Prime D-Dop is gonna take game 2 in their 2v2 battle. So we will see Drew against Voltas in game 4 for that 1v1. Alright, so let's go to DFA Stadium anniversary. They probably know, but 3v3. Next. We gotta say it anyways. They're probably like, shut your... so, no. Alright, so 1 apiece on the board. It's getting interesting now here. And now we go back to the 3v3. You wonder how things have changed. You figure Seven and Friends, they're a little bit confident from their game 1 victory, but Prime D-Dop got to be a little confident from their 2v2 victory, and a little bit more warmed up as well. And Drew 50 in. Magnus, no boost and a little bit of a stall. Life seizes it. But controlling at the midfield. Drew a slight touch. And lots of 50s at the midfield. That's pushed down, and Drew almost has that redirect. But what a touch, and almost going through. I don't know how that touch occurred, but I imagine we're going to say that a lot out of all these players. Life, Devo bumps out, and that's going to land in possession of Seven and Friends. But it's a battle over that first goal. They're still scoreless. Evo trying to go the whole way, and almost a demo in the back end to secure it. Life causing 2 to commit, but what a clear. Pushing it down, rendering that double commit non-detrimental. Oh, what a save. Magnus being tested. That was on target. Life by 1. He's given the time. Bumps another. And Drew 50 in. Where he still don't have that first goal. And that's a big clear. Devo on the backboard. He needs a little help. He gets it from Drew. And bouncing around. Almost like ping pong. You never know who's going to be there to touch it. And few saves coming out. You see a few strong shots from Prime D-Dop. but still scoreless. Drew, strong clear, Devo up, and that's going to be a little bit too high. No follow through, but Life actually finds the opportunity, finds the angle, and even had some players in net too, but you don't know where it's going. Too strong of a shot. Prime D-Dop, strike first. Took a little bit, but now they're in the lead, and that's going to give them huge confidence going forward. Sometimes you see a team, they get that first goal, now everything's opened up. And there it is as we talk about it. Devo waiting at the midfield. A strong assist given. And they are up by 2. But another save coming out. Definitely don't want to go down by 3. As this orange team, Evan and friends, they need a goal to stay alive in this one. But it has not been easy. Solid 2-0 lead. Almost adding another. Life. It's going to bounce around. Voltas. Flip reset. And more 50s to follow. Life gets that over the last man. And Magnus not going to be able to get back. And Life having a solid game 3. As puts his team up by 3. Maybe add another one off the kickoff. In case you were wondering, in case you need a little more security. What is going on, Sleepy? How'd the games go? Are you still in the lowers or got bounced out? What a save. I don't think Life got credited for that. Devo was credited, but for sure thought that one was in. But definitely a big boost to their defense and confidence. Although that would have been super awkward if that goes in as we talk about it. Team is getting bounced by an SSL team. Yeah. There are a lot of good teams in this, and it's only day 1. All right. All right. Let's see. What's up, homie? We played Panda, Mystic, and Skippy in first round. Yeah, dude, it's rough out here for sure. There are a lot of high-seeded teams, no doubt. I mean, we're fortunate enough to be able to follow one of the top teams here, Prime D-Dub. But Prime D-Dub up 2-1, and next match is a 1v1 of those who didn't play game 2 in the 2v2. So, do or die for Seven and friends. Can they get it off of a 1v1? Trying to stay alive, bring it to game 5 for the final match, which would be a 3v3, but here we are. I think it's going to be D-Dop and that team later, also Wavy. Yeah, those are the two. I think those are the two highest rated, at least by 6-man's rank. There could be some upsets maybe, but I mean, day one is, you know, pretty given typically. Although I don't know, we gotta give credit to Seven and Friends. They're really coming out here to play, and so is the Voltus. Up by 2 to start, early lead. But yeah, that other team, Wavy, I think they're called G7. Although Drew getting the cringe bump, as we call it, but it is so effective. If it works, you got to do it. And gets on the board, cuts the lead by 1. And Drew, favorable kickoff, can possibly add. Although that's a strong turnaround. Drew there in time. But good challenge. And Voltus, he regains his 2-goal lead. But Drew, he's still hanging in there, as you would expect. Still plenty of time. It's a 1v1. We're used to this. But it is cool to see how many people that have been following me or, you know, recently followed and pop into the chat. And they're playing in this tourney, so it's pretty awesome to see. I appreciate everyone who comes into chat, as this is a big tournament and a fun one. Crew battle, but tied up 3 apiece. Drew really coming into form, and those kickoffs are key, as they can turn a game around real quick. And what a shot. Are you kidding me? That is tough to defend. Bar in such a tough angle, and it finds its way in the net. That was me. That would just bounce down and just stay there. But interesting game here. Voltus had the momentum, up by 2, surprising early, but you know, as we say, a ones match can seem a lot longer, especially how quick goals can form. And down by 2 now. Does give up possession. He's got to play defense on this. Drew almost bounces that in. You could see it form. And just playing very patient right now. Got the lead. And can line up a shot. It's going to be saved, but low on boost. And good job keeping it away and chasing this one. Trying to find a mistake or opening. But low on boost for the last minute. And seemingly comfortable with it. And that's a big key in ones. So that's more pressure that you can produce. Can't get through. And once again, that tried and true method. So tough to defend. Especially when a player can secure that ball. Bump forward. And Drew is up by 3 and trying to secure this series as well. It's quite a save right there, keeping that one out. But it's always interesting with crew battles, especially in the ones area because whole team is watching you. Actually, both teams are watching you, but big pressure on you to perform. And thank you so much for the follow, Sid. Appreciate you coming in to tune in for this huge tournament. $600 Paradise Cup tournament. This is only day one. There's 3 days of this, and Drew puts in another 7-3. And looking a little rough for Seven and Friends. But I gotta say, they definitely impressed. Drew getting a long goal toward the other side. But we have... Actually, let me quickly check if Start GD wasn't... So, we have QAP waiting on the winner of this one. And then whoever wins that will qualify for day one. Alright. Volta's still fighting. You gotta respect it. Down by 4, 45 seconds left. And a few kickoff goals can certainly help things. But Drew, low on boost, still able to get it out. And waiting till the last second to challenge. Almost thought we'd see a bump from the other side of things. Nice pop. Nice extra touch. And gonna be kicked out. It almost looked like a own goal. All right. Oh, here we go. All right, we're out of there. All right, congrats to Prime D-Dop. They are taking the victory. And might as well use this time to set up the next one. You guys can't leave me hanging now. You gotta let me know about the overlay. I gotta reset it. Don't be giving an advantage to the other team. I'm relying on you guys. Check that overlay. Make sure. I always be forgetting. Because I'm always trying to like set up the match quick because I know people are waiting. And I don't like check. Alright, so this is going to be QAP. Alright, that looks good. That looks good. Double check that. All right, so we can move. We're just gonna report this. The hell? Oops, I didn't. It's 3-1. No, that's not 11. We're reporting the match. So. All right, so QAP, Anno, Kuzi, and Pyrex is gonna be against this one. We do have ads going. Rip. We'll get them out of the way real quick and get this match underway. Sorry, but we're gonna get them done now rather than mid-match. This is the last match of uppers. Then we will be going down to lowers. Maybe game. Actually, we might have two though. Depends on time, but lowers 4, but definitely lowers round 5. All right, so real quick, I'll show you the bracket. G7 Thriller, no surprise there. Damn, Bunny Girl Senpai fighting. NTX against Synesthesia, that's a good one over on that channel. That's a good matchup. Houston Spartans, they have Yoko, if you know. This one we're waiting. Desire, they have Nightya, I believe. And a team called Nightya Method, but they were not worthy. YouTube Shorts streamed by Sporty. Damn, they are quick as hell, man. All right, well, the ads might have ended perfectly. So I just gave them the name and password, and everybody joined. But yeah, let me know on the overlay if we're good to go. I think we're good. But Devo wasting little time, and you know, Prime D-Dop, they got their warm-up in. They're looking scary. But we got a player 6 terrible news. But Anno ties it up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fully know the rules if that matters, streamer mode on or not. For leagues it does, but I mean for a tournament, I don't think it really matters. Thanks, Sleepy. Appreciate it. Yeah, this time we remember to reset the score. Although we were a little bit shocked after game 1 of the very first stream. So yeah, the very first stream with these guys, the opponents left after game 1. So that was weird. After After waiting like an hour for their previous match to finish. But 2-1 in favor of Prime D-Dop. And almost a demo coming out there. Kuzi trying to force the issue, kept to the corner. Ano now trying to get it by, gets a bump, but they got the numbers in tow. K1, what is going on? How you doing tonight? Oh, what a save from Drew, but dropped down, another save being tested, and they're trying to tie it up. QAP. They have some pretty good pressure, but it's not so easy to capitalize. Been a long time, bro. I'm good. What about you? I mean, I got too much to unload. So we'll just say, what a shot from Drew. Puts his team up by 2. And so, yeah, tonight we are casting a $600 Paradise Cup 3v3 crew battle. But this is day 1. There's 3 days. It's going to follow tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. But we've been fortunate enough to be able to cast this team. Prime D-Dop, top level team, has Drew, Life, and Devo. But I'd say they faced pretty good competition, surprisingly, for day 1. And there's so many teams that entered, like 78. So you could see how tough this tournament is with only day 1 being pretty good of competition. Almost a give and go. We're waiting for that clip. It's just not quite there yet. We've had times thought it might happen, but demo does not come out. What a play from Devo, avoiding that. What are the rules? So game 1, which we are currently in, it is a 3v3, and then loser picks if they want to do a 2v2 or a 1v1. And if there is a game 4, whoever did not play in that game 2 plays in the game 4. So Life adds another, and they are confidently in the lead. But yeah, so game 1 3v3, game 2 a 2v2 or 1v1, game 3 back to 3v3, and then game 4 the opposite of game 2, and then if it goes to game 5 it ends in a 3v3. I don't play this game, all good. I appreciate you stopping in and witnessing this dominance so far from game 1. Also, I've been trying to pump up the YouTube. We've been going hard on that, though. It's crazy. If you know about YouTube, they added the requirements to be monetized. They like doubled it in February. So I'm trying that grind. I wish I got on YouTube earlier. I have bots accounts in my stream, so be careful. As Ano adds another. Are you talking about Nightbot? Do you remember when I sub your YouTube? I don't know if you always open live on YouTube. I have. I'm a little bit better now, like, and I even have like a mixed chat, kind of. But we turned it off so we could see more gameplay. But yeah, I'm a little bit better. I multi-stream to YouTube. I don't think I always did that. But what do you mean fake accounts? Prime D-Dop, take game 1. We are going to Forbidden Temple. And ones, okay. Ones it is. Alright, so they choose ones. I slacked. See, you just saw that, right? It said orange team, even though right here it says QAP. You guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging. I'm like, I could have swore I put the team names in. Alright, thank you. I'm not losing my mind, but I was about to be annoyed if there wasn't a team name in there. Life thought he got an easy one that's gonna bounce out. But he's trying again. Another shot. Saved. Man out. Doing a good job hanging tough. So yeah, anybody who's not familiar, Life and Anno are playing in the 1v1, which means neither of them will be able to play in game 4 if it comes to that. But so far, Anno takes the first goal and the lead. But not bad try open on TikTok too. Yeah, I kind of gave up on TikTok, honestly. I think YouTube and Twitch better for me. I'm not really big on TikTok lives. So I don't even know about like their earning, like how it works. Ooh, what a shot. Life ready for the save, and that's a big 50. You might have an open net, and almost saved, but mostly open. But we are tied 1 apiece. And not a crazy amount of scoring so far. But battle over that corner boost for sure. And Life trying to absorb the 50. Thought he could just turn around on that, but top heavy. Anno makes him a little bit more awkward. Strong touch. Can't follow that up initially. So gets a demo and still not able to find the opening. Said that's a good flick. Anno has that one and just gonna let it slide through. Taking time off. But yeah, okay. Life's been a little crazy. I did just get my bottom wisdom teeth taken out like 2 days ago, so it's been fun. Man, what a goal. Now up by 2 as we get close to halftime. Life needs to step up here and does give up possession on this kickoff. Anno gonna give up that one to Life, who does get the boost. And that's to find the time to challenge. In the end, we all do things to have fun with games. It's true, gaming is life. But now up by 3, and a solid performance from Anno and QAP as they're trying to tie it up, tie up the series. Although Life, how is that out? I think he's so confident, but I mean, you can't rest for a moment. And You know, you see that score line. I mean, a lot of time in a minute 50. You get a few kickoffs, a little momentum. I mean, Life is certainly someone who could do that, and I mean, 2 quick goals. Now you start to wonder. That's gonna bounce out maybe a counter, much to Anno's favor. And he's played solid defense. That certainly led to his lead. But Life might need a goal here. That's too high again. Anno, initial flick, almost getting the bump, but causing the awkwardness. And up by 3. Life chasing him off. Does get the save. And gets the boost as well. He should have this one all the way. 4-6. You still can't call this one. Still could go either way. 42 seconds left. Big kickoff. Score quickly. Can't quite get the touch. Now Life. He's got possession. This might be a must-score opportunity. I got a call. I gotta go. All good. Thanks for stopping in, Kay. I appreciate you. But a lot of time ticking off. And 10 seconds left. As we have a tie series. QAP. Now gonna have 1 apiece on the scoreboard. Wait, we're going to DFH soon. Yeah, these players know. It's 3v3. I don't think I have to tell them. Maybe. Perhaps. Alright, so game 3, back to a 3v3. And, you know, also the interesting thing to note, you got players kind of waiting around a little bit, maybe warm down. You got to get back into the mode that is 3v3. Devo staying behind that one. Now to Life. Being challenged. And high touch. Drew to Devo. Can he follow this one? Guzzi, nice touch to the side. And Life. Flip reset. And dunk. And getting things started in a spectacular way. Prime. Teed up. But almost a quick one from Kuzi. Gonna be saved. And more defense through there. To Life. Back to Devo. Gets the pop. Demo in the backfield. But can't quite complete the play. Drew, that's gonna be off the crossbar. few crossbars, you know we gotta do this. It is chalked. But Devo applying more pressure. Life is there, and what a shot. Life hanging from the rafters. And got both goals. Can maybe credit that one's match to a warm-up. But player 6. Nobody knows who he is. I mean, we do, but for the sake of streaming, he's player 6 and he scores. There might be an opening, but Giroux cuts through on that. Now player 6 trying a little more magic. Thank you so much for the follow, Spiro. Really big koozie out here supporting Koozie. If you're just tuning in, it's one apiece. And a battle on the 3v3. QAP down by 1. In the previous match, it was a 1v1. Anno actually took the victory against Life. They're trying to score. It's gonna be bounced out initially. Devo just hanging with it. Life popped up. Drew trying to take over. And still gonna play nuisance. But there's a big koozie as Spiro mentions him. And that almost flies through. Life is there. Devo by 1. Trying for the crazy touch. Gonna be denied. And big bounce, and no touch means Devo can shine through, puts his team up by 2. So, as we are spectating this game 3 match of a 3v3, since game 2 was a 1v1, game 4 will be a 2v2 of those who didn't play. And what a play from player 6. 2 goals. Player 6 shining through. And I mean, in this lobby, you don't get a touch off of the backboard. That player is more than likely doubling that into your net. Life almost put it on target. And that 1 goal lead, maybe not enough to feel secure. 40 seconds left, incoming. That is almost on target, a little bit too high. No, Koozie gonna bring it around town. Might have another. And bounced out. Devo, big clear, plenty of time taken off. Life keeping it to the corner. Now Giroux is up, keeping it close. Flip reset extra. Trying to clear it out, and they have to score. It's not gonna happen. Devo gonna take this and run with it. Prime D'd up. As everyone goes for kickoff, I love it. Not that it mattered, but Prime D'd up 2-1 in the series. Now we got a 2v2. Let's go to Sovereign. Alright. So, as we mentioned, Life and Anno cannot play in this one, so everybody else is playing in that 2v2. All right, we're all set for game number 4 in 2v2 action. So you see and everything else. Now we got 2v2. And dropped out. This might be an open net for Kuzi. Strikes first. And this is a must win for QAP. They're trying to bring it to game 5. Also, let's not forget, winner of this qualifies day 1. Doesn't have to go to the lower bracket, obviously. They don't lose. But loser spends more time hanging out, waiting for a lower bracket to form. So big, Kuzi. And that one's a little bit wide. And now Drew attacking. 52 players, but can't get that boost. Big Kuzi, as he's called. Bringing it down. Adds another, and that's bouncing in. I don't know. The support from Spiro, just too strong. And there's Kuzi. Solid performance in this game number 4. They are up by 2. Devo can't move forward. And would be interesting to note, QAP, if they take this one, means they won both of the extra modes, if you will. But what a shot from Drew. And let's hold on. I still got a match to play here. Now lead cut by 1. That's gonna bounce around. Possibly hoping for that bounce down. But not gonna happen. Now Kuzi probably wants that touch back, but he could still hang around. Gets the mid, and player 6 trying to do it on his own. Gonna leave that one up. Kuzi actually had a chance. The other team was low on boost. Devo pausing for a second, and Kuzi could come through. No mercy on the challenge. Taking all that boost as he's getting chased. Good job avoiding. And then gets the comeback. Gets the revenge. But still a 1-goal lead, and they're hanging tough. And Drew trying to get another sneaky touch into the net. Kuzi bumping through. Is that on target? It is, and they're playing so good together. They add another goal. Up by 2. Now Kuzi deleted. Let's see what Drew can do in the air. Flip reset. Deleted again. And now we're seeing that time slowly tick down. 2-goal lead in favor of QAP. Drew getting the save. And gonna be interesting. It could potentially be a game 5 of the 3v3. Big stakes. Oh, what a touch. Kuzi out here balling, gets the pinch. That's a nice bouncer right back to him. Zen on YouTube, you cannot join this. I'm sorry. This is a $600 tournament that is already underway. Big challenge. Kuzi keeping it close. And nice bounce back. But right now, Prime D-Dop, they got no answer. And plenty of time escaping. So it's like they'll have to get ready for that 3v3. Although they have to be pretty confident in that regard. They've taken both 3v3s. And if you're a QAP, you gotta be feeling confident in the way you've won these extra games. But now you gotta translate it to 3v3. So, can they do it? It's one game. Can go either way. So with that, we have our first best of 5 going to game 5. And we gotta go Champions Field. It's do or die, qualify, or lowers. Who takes this game 5? Champions Field, game 5. Here we are. Take a little sip. Been talking a little bit. Trying for that first goal. Early start. Devo trying to clear it. Staying on it too. Might have a pass to Life, who slight touch causing 2 to commit. And Drew can't quite follow through on that one. And Devo has to venture back. A little teamwork to go get it to mid. But bump downfield. Devo pinch. Might have another. He wish he had more boost. And Life almost snuck one through. A quick shot though. Can he get a little credit into the net? It's gonna bounce out. But I was impressed with how quick that shot came through, with what power on that angle. Just did not bounce in. And Drew trying to bump out. Devo patiently waiting. Knows he's last back. And Life to Drew, who's going to be quick. Go on it. Now a little bit of time, a little bit of space given. It might be a bad move. Drew capitalizes, and they are up by 1. And a surprising situation. QAP, they've been so good with challenging. And that certainly helps limit the other team. But in that sequence, low on boost, positioning, whatnot, given a little time. And that's where Prime D-Dop can do some damage, but player 3, is he player 2 or player 3? But he is on the board, tied 1 apiece. They got an answer. Drew popping it up. Kuzi. And that's almost put through. Life does seal the deal, though. Up 2-1. And we're past halftime. That's dropped down to Life, who has to readjust. Gets a high flipper. What a block! Can he get another? No, Drew doing a good job. Last back, adjusting. And Devo sees Life downfield, trying to get it to him. That's gonna bounce around. And Life 50 around, gets a bump. Drew challenging. And Life gonna try and chase that down. He's got it. Open net secured. And up 3-1. Devo gonna get that ceiling. Extra touch. Tough to maneuver, but finds a way. You know, he gets that touch or that flip reset. He's like, how do I get it in a right position to get it around? And hits it bottom of his car with an angle to move it more left. An impressive play, and they bolster their lead by 3. And tough spot to be in for QAP. They need goals, and they need them quick. Well, 45 seconds left. Kuzi can't find the net. Life up. Gonna hang with this one. Well, Kuzi gonna try again, but blocked. Evo is there. And more time ticking away. But you gotta hand it to QAP as they add a late goal, but perhaps too little too late. Down by 2. 13 seconds left. But yeah, we have to say QAP definitely impressing out here. Bringing it to game 5. And we expect them to do good things in the lowers. GG's. Alright, so you got Prime, D-Dop. They are going to move forward. They qualify for day 1, so they can rest. They'll be back on day 2. So for anyone rooting on Prime, D-Dop, that is their conclusion here today on Friday. So yeah, I believe action back Saturday. It won't be on my channel, but they'll be somewhere. But yeah, Saturday, I think it starts at 7 on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to follow them along, you can do so. All right. What are we? We're following QAP though. So we fully expect some good things out of them. They were impressive. Here is the bracket. You can look along. You can also do exclamation bracket if you want to look yourself. I don't think this updated. Brutal. I don't know why it's not showing. Whatever. But yeah, this is what we just did. Alright, who is gonna take this one? G11, whoops. G11 and Kiro J Caps. So G11 lost 1-3 Houston Spartans. Got a couple of forfeits. We're gonna say G11 takes this. Alright, we're gonna run ads since we're just waiting around here. My bad. I don't know. I was getting a drink. But yeah, DDOP, they qualified against QAP. And so they are done for the day. And what a score. G11 really coming out here. But yeah, DDOP, they're done for the day. They qualified day 1. They'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what stream, but they'll be back tomorrow when this starts again, I think at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you tune in again on plenty of the casters that are streaming. But they qualified, they beat QAP, and QAP, I mean, they put up a fight. They brought it to game 5, but they're in the lowers. They're waiting on the results of this one, and we're casting that. But this one is the previous one. They requested a moderator, and so we said, you know what? We can help you out. They had trouble starting the match. We'll do you one better. We'll stream it for you too. But 4-1 in favor of G11. Yeah, it's all taken care of. No problem. Yeah, if anyone wants to see the bracket too, you can, well, you could view that. I think exclamation bracket should be working too. You could try that out too. Whoa, what the? I don't spell it like that. I appreciate it, Krusty. No problem. Appreciate the support. Making sure we got things handled. More support is better in a time of moderator requested. But they are really putting it together. Thank you so much for the follow, Alejandro. Pure G11. Truly, they are impressive. This is our first time seeing them. And I mean, they could be the ones to face QAP, who is waiting for them. We've seen QAP, who is also impressive. There's a lot of good teams in this one, and it's only day 1. Damn, you hear that, Belb? Krusty is appreciative of you. Even you, Belb. But no problem. As always, thanks for the support. You gotta give Krusty some credit. A lot of credit, actually. Head of CPL, makes things run. Also, helping run this event. This is Paradise Cup. We've done this quite a few times, but formerly through ATS, headed up by Sporty. But he's heading it up again with the help of CPL. Why are you catching strays? Because you're always around. It's all love. All love. Okay, Chingue, Su Madre Clan House? What the? Entiendes? No comprendo, amigo. But you're definitely talking about someone's mom. All right, G11 eSports. They take game 1, and Bandito says 2v2. So they know the drill. We are going to Forbidden Temple. So Hero, they choose 2v2. Those who play in the 2v2 will not be able to play in the game 4 if there is one. Houston Spartan, that's our boy Yoko. But it's not our Spartan team. Don't get it twisted. We are not affiliated. But we do love Yoko. He's a man. Yeah, who's this Houston? Who's this Houston org out here? But I don't know. Spartan is a common thing, so I'm not surprised. Thank you so much for the follow, Gianuski. Appreciate it. And Valop, very much appreciated. But we got the 2v2 on slate. It's game 2. And who's annoyed? I definitely mispronounced that, so don't hate me. We'll just call him Gus. Although, what did we just witness? Are we being real here? You guys saw that, right? Wasn't just me. Yeah, exclamation YouTube. Or exclamation YT. Good job, Bill. And so many crossbar hits, but G11, they're on the board finally. Big 50. Sorry. Is there to put it through. I do have to change the title though. This is why we need a mod to change the title. Yeah, we're not following Prime D-Dop anymore. We're in the lowers. But I am like shocked how quick they find you out. And they find the stream. I don't even know how. We're not even displayed anywhere. But you know, you got a good support system. It's a beautiful thing, and Gus definitely has a support system in here. Dropping it down, able to put it through, and they take the lead. Almost a pinch going in too. Gus feeling it. And too strong of a shot that might have bounced out. But heck of a shot there. G11. Kiro says, let's log in. You're gonna need to, otherwise gonna be down 2 in the series and back to a 3v3. The YouTube link doesn't work. How does it not work? Looks like it says right to videos. Link is right, but you can't tap it to go there. Well, it says you're about to open an external link. You want to continue. I don't know. It works on my end. Maybe it's a mobile thing? Oh no, Gus, no. Gus is popping off, but that would have been nice. A nice one to score right there. Alright, so just letting everyone know, we do have ads coming. They are inevitable. They're gonna play like with 10 seconds left. That way, hopefully it doesn't go into the next game and we catch more of the action. We're almost hit that breezy flick. Yeah, got some good people in this tournament, like I said. And G11 eSports taking game 2. So we will go back to a 3v3 potential closeout. All right. Well, some ads are playing. It'll be fun. But game 3 is here. Possible closeout for G11. But no matter who wins here today, they still got another game to get through to qualify, which is crazy. And that next one is going to be a doozy. Because QAP is pretty good as well. But so far it's looking like G11. And Gian gonna capitalize what just happened. I hope you guys are still in an ad, because what in the hell? There's no way that just falls through. And Gian adds another. Looking solid. Alright, welcome back everyone. Hopefully the ads weren't too brutal. You missed some action, but no surprise. G11 continuing their winning ways. We saw a goal just casually roll in. It's very awkward. They are going crazy. Like we said, though, they got a big test waiting for them, so plenty of Rocket League to play and more some to come. And do you get burnt out? So that's what, 4 or 5 matches today? I am sacrificing his life story, trying to feed Gian for another goal. Wait, this is a little bit awkward. But we're almost at halftime. 3-goal lead. And looking comfortable. G11. Gus Tesori. Teamwork makes the dream work. Making it look easy. Like, we knew it was coming. We saw it. And still. That's that. Wow. Are we calling it here? Are they still playing? Yeah, so that next series, I don't know, it might be one of the better ones that we've been blessed with. Damn, Kiro's still fighting out here. I mean, if he leaves, then we'll call it, but he's still fighting. I'm gonna let him fight. I mean, yeah, some of the, like, teams that won't qualify today are still better than majority of players, you know? It's insane. But I gotta give credit. Still fighting through. Respect. Even when teammates dipped out. See it through. Oh my god! Kiro! You ain't lying, Bill. He's a madman. W for Kiro. He at least gets a clip. What's that score? Still 3-0, right? Because we'll report it to make it faster. Alright. Alright, so let's get this set. Also, big shout out to G11. They're cool as hell. Alright, we gotta put QAP up there. G11. Whoa, that's not 11. Alright. Alright. Double check that. Map, we're good. Now let's check the, well, actually, quickly, whoa. Wrong one. Alright. Alright. Should be good now. Alright, there we go. So here's the bracket. If you want to quickly check QAP against G11. We can report that. So we're gonna talk with them, remove this off the window. Damn, clipping it for Kira. Alright, so we're gonna just report. Damn, I don't know the actual game one. I don't know the scores of each. Let me check. Alright, 6-2. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter really. Oh, there you go. Let's help them out. Let's get this show on the road, you know? They've been waiting. Alright. Did that save? QAP. Let's chat with them. You ever like create a match and then forget what you put it as? Or you second guess yourself? I'm pretty sure I did this, but let me do it again. Alright. Alright, we gotta update the overlay. The hell, Belb, you're supposed to tell us. Yeah, thanks. Alright, we're in lowers qualify. Double check everything. This is game 1. Think we're good to go. It's our final. And final for these players as well. And what a shot. Kuzi striking early and quick. And might have been a moment since you saw QAP, but we saw them play one of the top teams and bring them to game 5. So definitely no slouches out here. And that's bouncing around, but Kuzi, big Kuzi, is up again. And QAP up by 2. And no to Kuzi, and that's a missed one. It was any rank. I mean, Belb, it's too bad you you don't know, because there's some very good people. Like that first team we casted. Yeah, they're like, they could be top 16 NA. But you could view a lot of the tags as well. There's Anno. But I mean, you got challenger tags all over the place. Yeah, I mean, lower ranks still join, but the reason why you don't see them is they lose their first match, go to lowers, and then lose that. And that's their day. Or, if, like the match you saw with us, they lose game 1 and then just leave. But the crazy part about that is one of the people is followed to the channel and in chat, and they still left. Yeah, I mean, stayed just to have fun and watch. or play with pros. I know not everyone's built like that though. Some people like sign up for RLCS, get matched up against high people, and then complain that it's not fair. There are people like that. But 3 up for QAP, who have good command of this one, and a stark contrast of what we just saw. And it's just the craziness of the competition. As G11 put forth a solid performance, a 3-0 sweep to get here, and now they're down by 3. Almost getting the dunk there. 40 seconds left though. G11 could use a goal here. At least something. Sign of life. Get on the board. And there's a pop, but bumped off. Now Kuzi coming back. He might put a goal coming through, and player 2 following. And that is a tough play to defend. Is he doing a flip reset, or is he just bumping you? He's got options, and that makes the most dangerous offense. But game 1 goes to QAP. And now we will see what they want to do for game 2. So 2v2 chosen. And we'll see if that has a different effect. But welcome to game 2 of this lower bracket run. Winner of this qualifies. Other it's bounced out. And this is only day 1. So this is to stay alive into day 2. And there's 3 days of this all weekend. But competition is so tough. As you can see, all these teams very good, but find themselves in this kind of situation, and GN strikes first, and that's a good goal for G11 eSports. Good to boost their confidence. They lost game 1 in the 3v3, weren't able to put up any goals. But mind you, this team in 2v2 and 1s, as Gian takes the second goal, this QAP team won the 2v2 and the 1v1 against the first team we were watching with Life, Drew, and Devo. But find themselves down by 2 in this one. What a shot! And Kuzi gonna follow up. Kuzi to the corner. Just staying around. Now Gus can take control. Hits the flip, but denied. And trying to move forward, maybe get a bump. They need 1 on the board, but play is kind of slowed down a bit. And good job keeping it to the corner. A safer spot from Kuzi. And almost getting that one. Defense has to respect it though. And he's got a pop. Can do some damage. He does do some damage. And it is tied up. And I tell you, in 2s, and especially higher players, once they get the pop, you gotta be careful. It's gonna be a little bit dangerous, as so many more options open up with it. Uzi up early. We are tied 2 apiece. And let's not forget QAP, they took game 1, so if they win this one, match point into another 3v3. And G11, they probably don't want to have that happen. They're fighting to take this victory. Good job from Gian. Staying with that one. Just questioning when he would be pushed off, but equally QAP, you know, they're patient in their approach and just slowly inch up. Took their time and finally take the lead. Almost one going through. However, able to get a touch on that awkward. GN trying to get back. Gus is there. And that could be pivotal. Not letting that go in. Maybe a goal to tie it up. Nice bouncer. Quick on the draw. And that is perfectly lined up. But 3 apiece, 30 seconds left. Does it end right there? Or do we have OT? Maybe the first OT that we've ever had tonight. Although Kuzi almost puts it through. Oh man, it's a back and forth battle. I don't know who's going to take it. Certainly opportunities on both sides, although Gian, last ditch effort to the air. What a play, and that's going through. Gus maybe win in 1 second. I mean, there's still room for some magic, but He's trying to let it skip. That's gonna bounce around. Wow, what a play. What a series. Coming out. And game 2 win. G11 at the last second. Second to last second, right? Alright. Game 3. And they're not gonna make it easy. They're probably gonna make me do game 5 again. Like I'm not already losing my voice. But phenomenal victory for G11 eSports. They have to be riding that confidence. Now got to translate it to a 3v3 win. Gian almost putting that through. And that something nice about the 2v2 as well. You warm up, you're feeling good, and you try to bring it to the 3v3. And so far, G11 looking a little bit quicker, but it only takes one goal here to eliminate all that momentum. But we're still scoreless. No goal yet. And these teams are locked in for sure. It's a little different story. QAP catching G11 off guard. But this time, G11 a little more tuned in. Yeah, a big BE almost dunks it through. That would have been an incredible read. But big block. Gian again, who's played phenomenal. And see Kuzi at the midfield, and Gian cuts it off. It's definitely been a player to watch. And what's the pressure even looking like? A little bit higher for G11, but you still can't sleep on QAP. I swear, every time it turns to that player, I feel like it makes the sound of someone disconnecting. I don't know if you guys hear that too. Uh-oh, dangerous! And player 2 makes a heck of a save, put in a bind. As those kind of plays, you just don't know what the offensive player is gonna do. They're just gonna fake it, get a flip reset, get an awkward touch, 50. Extra touch. Oh no, it goes in. Are you kidding me? All 3 players touch it and it still goes in, if I'm seeing that correctly. Just tying it up one apiece. They're still on the board. They're still hanging tough. Player 2 adding the goal there. Oh, that is almost going through. What a save, Kuzi. But 14 seconds left. And there's another from Anno. And they might have just taken away this victory. And now it's going to come down to Anno playing the ones. To seal the victory, maybe. Gonna be Anna against Sori. We're going game 4, 1v1, Sovereign Heights. And they are ready. So, big matchup, and it's all fallen on both of these players' shoulders, but especially for G11, for Sori. Might be able to get a kickoff goal right back, but gonna be tripped up. Yeah, as we said, G11 can't afford any more losses, so a lot of pressure coming out in a 1v1. Solid flick and good pressure, tying it up. But what a beat. Anno can just let this one slide through. Damn, almost looking crazy out there. But that's the risk you run if you ain't scoring. Could he go the distance? Damn. He comes right back with a goal like that. I mean, you gotta give credit. Definitely deserved. And then a kickoff goal. And I'm adding 2 quick goals. But at least Sori still in this one, gets 1 and might have 2 of his own. Although, gotta widen that and gonna bring it back. Gonna get some boost, and what that gives up possession. And a good turn on this. Slight touch. What a goal. Getting it back, that 2-goal lead. But looking to go the distance again. Almost completes it with the catch on the ground. And gonna try the distance a 3rd time. Oh no. For all the skill that he has, he gives that one up way too easily. And that is a crazy touch that's gonna bounce out. Sorry, just watching it. But an extra oomph seemingly out of nowhere. Sorry really wants that boost. Although, imagine if he could use it as bait. Uh-oh. 2 flip resets, what a save. Sorry. Staying alive, but that might be on. And regain that 2-goal lead. And actually, challenging that and able to get a piece. Just being aggressive and up by 2, why not? Not trying to give any more life to Sori. And now up by 5. How quickly that escalates. And that is gonna do it. That's 10-4. Give credit to QAP. They're gonna be moving on. Qualified day 1. And you can check them out in day 2 as you follow the bracket. 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. But thanks to anybody who tuned in, chatted, followed, all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. It's a lot of games casted. A lot. My voice definitely needs a rest after this one. But QAP, they're definitely strong team. They had a kind of rough test. One of the top teams on the upper bracket. Otherwise, they would have been probably fine. All right, so they take the victory. I'll make sure that gets reported. What was it? 3-1? Yeah. All right. All right. We are out of here. And yeah, QAP qualifying and Prime DDOP qualifying. A lot of good action, a lot of good players, a lot of good support that I've seen all around from players and family. But yeah, I think that's it for me on this recording. I'll post it on YouTube, this run. I don't think we need to edit too much because it was continual game after game. But yeah, definitely have this on YouTube. Also have VODs up. I don't know. Am I going to sleep though? I want to keep the stream going. But they are expecting a VOD. If I have an 8-hour VOD, that might mess with things, won't it? Well, maybe I'll end stream and then start it back up. But my voice definitely needs a rest. My throat is hurting right now. And I can't tell if it's actually my throat or my wisdom tooth extraction. So but yeah, we are going to end it here. Yeah, I'll restart stream, but end this for this whole tourney. Yeah, I got a shout out CPL, Sporty, organizing it, inviting me. Of course, CPL, Krusty, everything she does. There's a ton of good casters in this. Hopefully, you're able to tune into any of them. But yeah, and all the good players allow me to cast. Very much appreciated. So, thanks again, and catch you on the next one.